Thank you. We are praying. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the offices of leaders and the county assemblies for the welfare of the society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor as your servants, whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of important tasks in the county. Let your blessing descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberations in so just and a faithful manner to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace and prosperity and welfare of our county and of those whose interest you have committed to our church. Amen. Any apologies? Somebody had information on Honorable Matara. I think Honorable Matara is out of the county on official duty. I think that is noted. May I welcome everybody and honorable members, secretariat, and the accounting officers to this session. This is a PICPAC committee. We are looking at the Auditor General's report on the financial statement of Muhoroni County Hospital for the year ended 30th June 2022. And for that purpose, we want to adopt our agenda. Honorable members, who is proposing? Honorable Ruben Rakwach, Kolua, and seconded by Honorable James Omolo. Thank you. We are introducing our members. Honorable Ken Ouko, Chair, PICPAC, Kisumu County Assembly, MCA West Kisumu Ward.
Good morning. I'm Warinto Geoffrey, MCA Miwani Ward, Vice Chair, PICPAC.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Honorable Ruben Okoth Rakwach, MCA representing Kolua East Ward and a member of PICPAC Committee.
My name is Seth Okumu, MCA representing East Sem and a member of this committee.
Morning. My name is James Oyugibere, MCA for Nyalenda B Ward, a member of this committee.
Good morning. My name is Honorable James Ochieng Omolo. I represent West Nyakach Ward, a member of this committee. Thank you.
Secretariat.
Thank you, Chair. I'm Austin Ochieng. I'm the committee clerk.
Good morning. My name is Chris Oguta, clerk assistant to the committee.
Good morning. Faith Atieno, Sergeant at Arms attached to this committee.
Good morning. Mine is Piena Botodero, a member of the Secretariat. Thank you.
Morning. My name is Piemole Nachayo, a member of the Secretariat.
Morning. My name is Wycliffe Owade, a member of the Secretariat attached to this committee.
Good morning. I'm Obonyo Angeline, clerk assistant attached to Health Committee.
My name is Patrick Okoyo, Hansard officer.
We are going to the office of the auditor.
My name is Kennedy Ongoy. I represent the Auditor General in this matter.
We are coming to the accounting officers.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning. My name is Dr. Kwom David, Medical Superintendent, Muhoroni.
Good morning, honorable members and the chair. My name is Dr. Goladon Sunday, the Director of Medical Services. And please, Chair, allow me to register the apology of our CCM, Dr. Gregory Ganda, and our Chief Officer of Health, Dr. Ojwang Lucy, who were supposed to be part of this meeting. They were invited officially. Thank you.
Thank you.
Through the chair, my name is Ezekiel Onunga, accountant attached to the Department of Health.
Health Administrative Officer, Kisumu County Hospital, Muhoroni County Hospital. Thank you.
At this juncture, we are going to invite the Office of the Auditor General. Before that, we are going to take the oath to the accounting officer. I hope you are aware when you are doing that, you are doing it on behalf of every officer who is here to represent the entity. So the superintendent is going to take oath on your behalf. So you must take into note that you are going to be under oath. Whatever you say here may be taken against you or in your favor. Thank you.
I, Dr. Kwom Odhiambo David, do solemnly and sincerely swear that every word that I shall utter before the Public Accounts and Investment Committee is the truth and nothing but the truth, and that every statement and declarations that I shall make shall be made conscientiously, believing the same to be true and according to the Oaths and Statutory Declarations Act. So help me God.
Maybe back to the auditor. What was the auditor's opinion?
Thank you, Chair. The opinion of the auditor on the financial statements of Muhoroni County Hospital audit for the year ended 30th June 2022 was an adverse opinion. By adverse opinion, we mean that the financial statements did not present fairly the financial position of the Muhoroni County Hospital, County Government of Kisumu as at 30th June 2022, and of its financial performance and its cash flow for that year, in accordance with international public sector accounting standards, accrual basis, and to not comply with the Public Finance Management Act 2012. Thank you, Chair.
We sat down as a committee before the meeting and we agreed on how we are going to handle the issues. Could you please start with question 20?
Thank you. Question 20 is on variances between financial statements and ledger or trial balance. The financial statement reflects expenses and asset balances which differ with the corresponding balances shown in the supporting ledger schedules, resulting in unexplained variances as analyzed below. The heading is description, financial statement amount, ledger amount, and the variance. Revenues. Transfer from county government, 6,740,426. Ledger amount is 9,790,426. We have a variance of 3,050,000. Rendering of services, medical services income, 6,404,912. As per the financial statements, as per the ledger is 1,187,035, resulting in a variance of 5,217,877. Expenses, medical or clinical costs, 2,471,210. As per the financial statements, as per the ledger is 4,432,848, resulting in a variance of 1,961,638. Employee cost, we have 2,414,614 in the financial statement, but as the ledger is 1,386,700, resulting in a variance of 1,027,914. Repairs and maintenance, financial statement figure is 1,507,152. Ledger figure is 1,457,152, resulting in a variance of 50,000. General expenses, 2,476,900. As per the financial statements, 2,508,955. As per the ledger, resulting in a variance of 32,055. Medical services receivables, unpaid NHIF claims were 342,070. There was no ledger amount, so the figure remains 342,070 as the variance. I skipped cash and cash equivalent, 3,790,334. There was no ledger figure, meaning the cash book was not maintained. So the figure for the financial statement is 3,790,334. Liabilities, trade and other receivables, we have 5,348,504 against the ledger balance of 10,456,466, resulting in a variance of 5,107,962.
Thank you. Back to the accounting officers.
Thank you, Chair. On the response from the accounting officer, Muhoroni County Hospital, variances between financial statement and ledger trial balance. The hospital for the period audited did not have an accountant prepare the ledgers and the trial balances. The efforts of the management in trying to come up with accounting ledgers and trial balances for the year resulted in the variances due to inconsistencies in records and filling at the hospital.
Back to the auditor.
Well, the management response has not addressed the issue that we have asked, because we wanted to get the ledgers which agrees with the financial statements. They would have updated their records for the time that they have had this audit report, so that we can have an updated financial statement. In other words, what the standards require is that if there is an error which has been pointed out, then you do a journal entry and bring it to the auditor. Then you say you are amending the future financial statements. The next year's financial statements will be amended. or the subsequent year's financial statement ought to be amended to meet but you must provide evidence. Thank you, Chair.
Back to the members. And just before the members, are you aware of these figures you are reading? Are you aware of the figures you are reading? I hope that was your response. So are you aware of the figures you are reading?
Figures.
How is the question of accountant and accountant not there coming in?
Thank you, Chair. The figures that have been read by the Office of the OAG were as a result of the attempts by the management to provide the said ledgers.
Who was doing these responses?
Thank you, Chair. The accounting officer and the accountant for the Department of Health.
But you have confirmed through your responses that you don't have an accountant, or you are trying to lie under oath?
Thank you, Chair. For the period of the response, we did not have an accountant at the hospital, but we had a roaming accountant from the Department of Medical Services. For the hospital, there was no accountant.
Do you have the rooming accountant with us in the house?
Yes, Chair.
The rooming accountant is here with us.
It's today.
Back to the members.
Thank you, Chair. My question is this. I think the management has said that they have got a roaming accountant who did the response for them. But before the roaming accountant came in, I think there was somebody who was undertaking the works of account in the hospital. Who is this person and what are the qualifications of this person?
Back to the management.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Honourable Member, for the question. During this period of audit, we had a medical superintendent, who is the accounting officer at the hospital, and hospital administrative officer. Together with the committees in the hospital, they carried out all the required accounting procedures and procurement procedures at the hospital. Thank you.
Maybe you have not answered the question very clear. And let us remind you that you are unanswered. At the same time, we are going live. You are also under oath. Remember that. Who was this person doing it before the rooming accountant?
The person who was doing this job was the hospital administrative officer and the medical superintendent of the hospital.
Honorable Chair, we know in every institution there will be somebody there who maybe receives money, balances the books of account, even does a record. Yeah, and sometimes they refer to this person as an accountant. This is the person we are talking about. I'm not talking about the entire management. This person was charged with the responsibility of accounts of the hospital. The one who is there always before the rooming accountant comes in. That is the person whose qualification I'm asking for.
Back to the management.
Thank you, Chair. During this period, there was no accountant in the hospital until the roaming accountant was posted to help us.
I think he has answered. We'll handle that issue because actually he has answered, unless you have something to say.
But you see, Chair, there must be someone keeping books, in this case, ledger book and any other, for the receipts and the outgoing money. So I don't think there can be no one at any given time in any hospital. In this case, Muhoroni sub-county or Muhoroni County Hospital. I don't think it is in order. Thank you.
Honorable Kumu.
Honorable Chair, the report we are handling was made by one Ezekiel Onunga. We are yet to know if, but he did not place his ISPAC number from the documents I have here. But I want to agree that Dr. Kum is the accounting officer designated by the CC member. But the report seems to have been prepared by Ezekiel Onunga. I don't know if Ezekiel Onunga is in the House, Chair.
Maybe I can confirm through the superintendent. Yes. It is confirmed he's around.
One question I would want to ask is why he did not put his ISPAC number in the report, unless he doesn't have it.
Question?
Through the chair, thank you. I don't have the ISPAC number. Thank you.
It is answered. Maybe honorable members, if you have something.
Maybe, Chair, then I will need guidance from the Office of the Auditor General on how he could, because it's a requirement that the person who signs this must be a certified public accountant with an ISPAC number.
Okay, just before that, we have a director here. Director, could you please confirm what we are hearing here now? That is why we actually invited you, so that you also tell us why you are presiding over hospitals with such glaring gaps.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. The department that now I'm talking about, health, their function is to, number one, is to procure or to set aside finances for employment of cadres in the facility. When the department has done so, then we communicate with the Public Service Board, who goes ahead and advertise, employ, and bring us the people who qualify. So as the Department of Health, we have only two accountants who are from the department. Otherwise, the other accountants that we have are from the Department of Finance. So they are seconded to us. So currently we only have Ezekiel Onunga and another person who is not concerned about Muhoroni. So that is the state of health with the finance.
Maybe, Honorable Seth.
Just wanted to know if the director knows that financial statements should be signed by a certified public accountant who has an ISPAC number. Just that, basically that. Yes or no?
Honorable member, it has to be done through the chair and even the director.
Much obliged, Chair.
Okay. But Director, can you answer that? No, to mean you don't know such kind of requirements as a director in charge of our health services. You are not aware, confirming live on air.
No, I mean is that whether it was not signed by the certified person but the requirement is for you to bring document, you must be registered and must have that number. But for this one, what I mean is I didn't know that his number was not put there.
Honorable members.
Chair, they want him to put a number that he doesn't have. No, that's the most interesting. He has just said that he doesn't have an ISPAC number. So which number did you want it to put through you, Chair? Chair, before we go back to the audit question, so that I go back to the accounting officer. I can see the report is also signed by Dr. Kuma as the accounting officer. I believe you know the responsibilities that you have as an accounting officer designated by the CC member of finance. Thank you, Chair.
If you don't have an answer, Bwana Director, you just say you don't have an answer. You don't have an answer? Okay, noted. Members?
Honorable Chair, we know the procedures and we know who should sign the qualification that is needed for signing such financial reports. We cannot sit here discussing a report response which was signed by somebody who is not qualified. We are in Kisumu government, Kisumu County government. We cannot just waste our time going through a report or responses that were prepared by quacks. Honorable Chair, I propose that we adjourn and maybe we can have our separate meeting as a committee, then we can decide on way forward. That matter, I wish to call upon Honorable James Were to second.
Honorable James Were.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I also concur with my honorable colleagues that they need to go put their house in order before we can discuss this matter with the Office of Auditor General. Because, Mr. Speaker, if you look at even the response here, that the period under the review, the accountant, that was to prepare the ledgers and trial balances, the efforts of the management trying to come with the accounting ledgers and trial balance for the year resulted in variance because of inconsistencies in record and filing. So, Bwana Chair, let us just adjourn this meeting to a later date. Thank you.
It is a requirement in the standing orders. The moment we have a proposal, then a second one, obviously we are going for a debate. So I'm opening a floor for the debate from the members.
Thank you so much, Chair. And so unfortunate that we are having a report and we are talking about those who are still in those offices without qualification. Even right now, even if we adjourn right now, the officer who signed that report without the ISPAC number is still in the office. And for your information, health is one of the pillar departments in Kisumu County. there are so many gaps and challenges that we are still having in these hospitals, and you can't tell us that we have a variance of 3 million shillings, and you cannot even explain what that money did. With the lack of medical equipment in our hospitals, lack of staffs in our hospitals. So, Chair, I'll go with what my colleagues have said, that we adjourn for a moment and we see the way forward.
James Were. James Omola, I mean. Honorable.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, if it is true that this happened, then that is the reason we have those variances, especially in the 2.0, because someone was just throwing figures here and there because of lack of know-how, lack of doing business, which is a very serious business. For auditing purpose, these books, the ledger book and others, need to be done very professionally because these figures mean something. There is no way, right now we cannot explain the variance of 3 million. And I think even the Daktari cannot really explain where it is coming from. Just because someone somewhere did this and is not qualified. And how I wish, Chair, such kind of officers whom we have, I think is a qualified person to be in that office. But if it's not, then I think we really have to be hard on them so that this do not repeat in another facility. Because you will find that this is the same guy who will be doing books of accounts for another facility in this county. So long as he's still in that office and is still purporting to be qualified, he will be still doing, and we will be having these gaps here and there for all the facilities that he will be doing the same. So, in my opinion, Chair, as we even debate on this officer, because he's a trained person, he knows what he should do and where, how. You know, you cannot purport to be what you are and you are not qualified person to be in that office. Just like engineers boards. The engineer boards of Kenya really qualifies anybody to be an engineer. And for that matter, there is nobody who can purport to be an engineer and is not. The same with this IC Park. If someone is not CPA qualified, then he knows very well he is not. It's not a matter of gambling. It's a matter of knowing what is your qualification and what you can do and not. And he should also know his limits. And Chair, as I conclude, such officer should be brought. I think the Chief Officer Health or the CCM Health, I think need to take action on such kind of a rogue accountant. Thank you.
I'm going to pose a question, but before I do that, it is going to be for 10 minutes. We are going to adjourn for 10 minutes. And I'm posing a question. With many of the opinion that we adjourn temporarily for 10 minutes, say yes. They say, with many of the contrary opinion, say nay. Ayes has it. And we adjourn for 10 minutes. The Sergeant at Arms, could you please take our visitors out? We are calling you again. Auditor, you can keep on. You remain behind.